to ThinkTricks, and today I'm going to talk about something which is very helpful in almost all the situation. So this is not about any effects or anything. This is basically, how sometimes you might be confused. Should I use art attribute or should I use some nodes or should I use attribute VOP or Rex? You will have a lot of thinking, like which one is the best way to do it. Okay, so in this file and keeping it as a collections, like you can see different method of bringing points, how many method that you can bring points. Okay, so I'm just collecting everything and keeping it as one single so that when you have a doubt you can just grab this file and check which method you want to do. Okay, so so first is um bringing point. Okay, so this example is will be helpful for RBD, but not only for RBD. You can think of many. Sometimes you will have a time that which method should I bring to generate points or to bring points and stuff. So this is best example for RBD. So RBD is the main time that sometimes you are confused which way you should use. Okay, in this example I'm showing you with a Voronoi fraction. Okay, so basically I have a point, I have a box, and it's like this is, for example, this is a RBD, or maybe you can think of this as a wall. Okay, so you have a wall and you want to fracture this, so you prefer to use Voronoi. Okay, you know that for Voronoi, the left one is for the geometry and right one, this is looking for Voronoi cell, meaning it is looking for points. Okay, so the first method I'm going to show is add a point. Okay, so in the add, if you keep this node add, then I'll bring a new one. So with the transform, you're adding a node. Okay, so here you have one option is that you can delete geometry but keep point. So if you delete geometry but keep point, and this node is even not, don't just think of this to use for Voronoi. Whenever you need point from a geometry, you can use this add node and put a delete, keep the point. So you have this point. So this is one method that you can bring points, and this is based on the box. Okay, so that's one. And of course you can add, if you press delete, and you can add how many extra point, and then you can manually move it. So in this one you can manually move it whichever you want and wherever you want. So manually bringing point is one. And then with the manually, like, it's a tedious job, right? If you want to have a lot of points surrounded by this and a lot of points surrounded by this, so in order to make your life easier, you can bring a point replicate, which actually replicate the point. Okay, now it's been surrounded by other points. This is another method. You can use copy to point. Okay, copy to point and take that point and bring a sphere or whatever object you want. Okay, so you have a point. Now your point has a circle there or any geometry. And there you can again bring another scatter or a volume scatter or whatever you feel like. So you have this. Okay, and maybe you can shape it with a mountain. Okay, so that's another option that you can use to give more points or generate or bring more points. I will color them to this. Okay, so another method usually what we do, we bring a point from volume, and which is so straight. Either you can jitter them here, okay, or you can bring a point from jitter, and that's going to jitter separately for you. And another method is the scattering point. So scattering has a limitation as a default, because it what's a limitation is it doesn't scatter inside. So in order to uh, put the point inside, you have two options, which is either you can make them as a VDB from polygon and fog, or you can use IsoOffset. Okay, and then you can, I'll switch it. Then you can get inside points. So both are same. Okay, so whatever fits your idea. Another method is just like I talked about here, yeah, like bringing a spear and having your own control. The other method I would say is you bring your spear or any geometry that you like and position wherever you want. Okay, and then add points inside that. That's another. Okay, okay, but that is actually tedious. It's like you have to bring more spear here, there, and placing them. This is tedious. So I would suggest you can either use this copy method, just generate few points here, here, and then you replicate it, or, the copy stamp with a spear and generate points on that spear. Okay, and another method is you can paint them. Okay, you can paint them using a mask or color, whichever you think. That's why I said, like sometimes you get confused which method you should be using. So you can use mask or any paint. Okay, but in order to paint it, make sure it has a lot of subdivide. Okay, a lot of uh, polygon to play. Otherwise, you won't be able to paint them. Okay, so this is painting method, and go to mask, and in scatter node, how you can bring that mask is by you change that density attribute to mask. Okay, if you are taking it as a color attribute, so you can check which one is it by looking at here. So right now it's taking attribute mask. So if you want to change, you can actually bring it from here, color, paint, paint color. So okay, if you click paint color, you can see the attribute is color. It's the same node, or you can use the VOP. Okay, so VOP to color. So this is basically color based. So color based. Okay, so that you can bring any kind of turbulent noise, or like this is actually this is like a custom. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay, even for this, subdivide is important. So more subdivide, you get a better resolution for this color. Okay, and again you can put a CD, because I'm outputting it as a CD. All what you can do, attribute VOP is, if attribute VOP is not the one you like, you can use attribute noise. Okay, as a default, attribute noise goes to color. Okay, I'll bring a new one, color, and as a default, this is a vector. It's 3 float, meaning XYZ. So just change it to float. So only one color, which is black and white, and you can get the shape whatever you want. 0 centered. Okay, so this is again another method, and you can see the points I generated. Okay, so those are the ways you can those are the different ways to bring point, which could be useful for many things, right? So don't just um, limit your idea on that. You can even bring, just bring a pop network. Well, so I have all points, and let's bring just a pop force and give a bigger number of amplitude. Now you play it. Okay, so I hope you understand the logic of this idea. So this is how you can do it. And you see, there's one thing I left to talk. And there is another method is by line. Okay, so line, if you check, even line has points. Okay, so I'll show you the Voronoi fracture now. So it's a different Voronoi fracture, right? The points are here, there. Um, if you don't know what's Voronoi fracture yet, don't worry. When you reach RBD, then you'll understand what's the use of this, right? And line is so good that sometimes it is helpful for Voronoi fracture. You see, you get this kind of straight cut. It is really good, isn't it?